Hello.
Geshe, there you are. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Geshe. Thank you so much for joining us. And welcome. Thank you. And Jen, you'd like to welcome also? Yeah. I hope you're well, Geshe.
I'm good, thank you.
You're good? Oh, wonderful. Well, Geshe, we're so happy to have you here this evening for the opening motivation for our money retreat. There's quite a number of us here and quite a number of us not here. So there's a bit of a mix, but
no problem.
Where's Jen? Jen wanted to say.
Here. Hello, Geshe. This is Jen. Nice to see. I'd also like to welcome you to Tong Chen Tong, even though I'm in Melbourne. And thank you so much for joining our money retreat tonight to guide our motivation for our practice over the next month of Saka Dawa. Thank you so much, Geshe.
Thank you. My deepest respect to Venerable Lindy, who is very much all these opportunities, existence of Chag Chen Tong, the compassionate Buddha in Tasmania, in Australia. So my deepest respect to you and Jennifer. Yes, Jen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Jen is like a Dagini who reside in the sky and can appear in Chag Chen Tong's activity in any moment, whenever it needs. It doesn't matter whether you are in Melbourne or whether you are in Yogini land or under the ground, but you are timely arrive wherever Chag Chen Tong needs you.
Very beautiful.
Yes. Then, yes, that goes to each and every one of you. Oh, I also see Buddhi after a long time.
Yeah.
Yes. And yes, then all the wonderful, each and every one of you. Thank you very much. I can recognize quite many of your faces. Yes, so thank you very much for your great compassion for committing your precious time, in particularly this very important period of the world facing, so much adversities to do with pandemic, to do with natural disaster, all sort of difficulties that going through the world. Then of course, you come here not just to heal whatever the adversities that we can witness through our senses, but your compassion has an even deeper, carry even deeper wisdom, deeper responsibility, which is the responsibility expressed by altruism, the fully matured, great compassion, understanding the pervasive, the samsaric existence of entire 6 realm sentient beings. So that's the most important part. What we see, the crisis in the world is a suffering of pain, very, very gross suffering. The suffering of change, also, yes, we do witness them using our ordinary mind. But to understand the pervasive suffering, the real contamination of karma and delusion, so that is hard. That require a deeper level of wisdom. In particularly the wisdom that supported by great compassion, then you really able to see the pervasive suffering within each and every single sentient being. And that is the most courageous wisdom. That wisdom is so powerful that not only can able to lead you to the state of enlightenment, but that can able to make your enlightenment most beneficial for the rest of the numberless sentient beings' enlightenment. So that's the point. So how amazing it isn't it? Is it? Do you realize that?
Wonderful.
Do you realize that? Not just Saka Dawa, and I want to participate in, money retreat, not just that, isn't it? Now you realize, not just that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a huge play of wisdom and deep compassion, that which you may not even know that you are carrying that force. So maybe I'm here to introduce that. I'm here to remind you. It's in you, but just shine a little bit of light to make sure you see clearly that what you are carrying is so powerful, unbelievable. You see, so this is exactly what compassionate Buddha charity does. What you are doing this is the whole reason. The figure that we admire so much, that we aspire so much to become, wanting to become the compassionate Buddha Charity. And during the path of training, he engaged, he or she, Charity had many numberless reincarnations, sometimes as a bug, sometimes as an animal, sometimes as a girl, sometimes as a man, sometimes as, whatever, so many different reincarnations. And he extensively trained for eons of lifetime, the way how we try to train in the past. Then eventually, he become compassionate Buddha Charity. And how beneficial that compassion, and how beneficial to become that compassionate Buddha Charity can be proven by you. Can be proven by you are the proof. You are the proof. You are the proof. If there's no compassion, you won't be here. If there's no reason to be here, isn't it? And the Guru, compassionate Buddha, is the one that show the example, then bring about manifesting in so many different panditas, so many different masitas, so many different aspects of Buddhas, then bring about all this wonderful teaching, the treatise on compassion, the treatise on compassion practice, like Nyungne practice, like money retreat practice, volumes and volumes and volumes, and in particularly, starting from today, this Saka Dawa month, hundreds and thousands of, Mahayanic Buddhists around the world, they are cultivating this practice of great compassion. Many are doing Nyungne, many conducting money retreat like yourself, you see. So therefore, you see, so at the same time, there are so many sentient beings, even within our own family, within our own human family, this lifetime's family. There's some not interested in practice, some they even think that being compassionate is a weak spot of you. Some even think like that, isn't it? But then when you relate through the karmic understanding and the special karmic connection that you have with your family member, it is so special that you don't have similar kind of karmic connection with the rest of the others. So their enlightenment, their compassionatehood, very much depend on you. Like very much the compassionate Buddha, Chenrezig, who inspire us and who make us to do the practice, and we are ready to conduct the practice and follow his footstep. Similarly, and that is very much based on the reason of we have a special karmic connection with the Chenrezig. Even though the great compassions, the blessing or the attention is not biased, it reached to every single numberless sentient beings, but then the interdependent karmic condition that created from the sentient being side, due to our limitation, ignorance and delusions, we are unable to enjoy the blessings. We are unable to digest the blessings. You see, so there's a lot of play of karma. So that's the reason what I'm saying, that your practice, it is so important in starting from those who are close to you karmically, like such as your rest of the family members. It's very much like their enlightenment, they are working onto the path to enlightenment gradually. It's very much dependent on you. Similarly, like how we depend on Chenrezig, you see. So from that point of view, it's a great gift, a great service to your loved ones, to whom that you have a special karma. Then indirectly, we, through this practice, we're able to share the merit with the rest of the numberless sentient beings, as a conditional causes. So eventually, how suffering sentient being may be out there, how ignorant they may be out there, how negativities that they're engaging in this very stage, they may be out there, but then your the merit that you accumulate in relation to the practice of compassion can able to contribute as a conditional causes. So eventually, they will have a light in the path, light on the path eventually. So like that. So you see, so so therefore it is so meaningful, to dedicate our time in practice, in particular in relation to compassionate Buddha. Then on top of that, this very month is one of the most special month comparing to any of the others Buddha's holidays. Based on general understanding, even though different Buddhist tradition has a different assertion of the holidays of the Buddha, in particular in relation to the Saka Dawa or Vesak, even in relation to different calendar, from different astrological belief, the month can be before and after, and also how many the significance of Buddha's major deeds within this month also has a different assertions. The common assertion for the Saka Dawa month is Buddha's Buddha's holiday of enlightenment, Buddha's holiday of parinirvana, and Buddha's holiday of birth. Buddha's birth into this world, the southern world. On top of that common assertion, based on the Vinaya Sutra and based on the Dojyajiropa, also a sutra. I don't know the English name, but called Dojyajiropa. Based on the Vinaya Sutra and based on the Sutra Dojyajiropa, then there's an addition. This Vesak month or this Saka Dawa month, also Buddha's holiday of Buddha's conception. Buddha conceiving in Mother Maya's womb. You see, also assert that Buddha on the 15th day of the Saka Dawa, Buddha descend from Tushita, then conceive. Descending from Tushita is a different time, but the conceiving day is Saka Dawa 15th. Then another Buddha's holiday is the eradicating the maras, the deeds of eradicating the maras. The four maras, the mara of delusion, mara of contaminated aggregates, mara of death, or mara of distraction. These are the four maras. So in order to be enlightened, you need to eradicate these four maras, isn't it? So the deeds of eradicating the mara also happen on the 15th of Saka Dawa. So in fact, Saka Dawa on the 15th, 5 major Buddha's holidays. Unbelievable. There's no such month. There's no such holy month. You see. So now, just in relation to one Buddha's holy day, so Buddha performed for the benefit of sentient being, even though Buddha himself, the Siddhartha himself, many eons lifetime before, he have already enlightened. So he, among the 1,000 fortunate Buddha, that who accept to come and tame and liberate the most distracted people, most distracted disciples like us. He didn't mind. The rest of the Buddha have refused. The 1,000 fortunate Buddha within this era, to come and turn the wheel of Dharma. They discuss, whose turn to go to help the southern universe human being, to lead to the path. Everyone said, no, not me, not now. I can do later, but not this time. This time is the hardest period. The period defined the period of 5 degenerated time. So degenerated that even our delusion also become most stubborn. That's why one of the degenerate is the degeneration of delusion. Delusion itself is already degenerated phenomena, but on top of that, our time of delusion is a worse delusion. Is it? So in particularly in southern world, the desire grasping is unbelievable. Is one of the most concrete. So concrete, so difficult to transform until all the Buddhas say no, I cannot help them. Their karma and their grasping is like as if more powerful than Buddha's power. It's almost illustrated like that. You see. So anyway, in that kind of critical time, then Shakyamuni Buddha says, I will go. I will do it. You see. So so then the skillful means to tame this degenerated being like us. I don't know about you, like me. Maybe you're not so degenerated like me. So you individually will know. I know very well about myself. I can understand why all the Buddhas have refused. So you see, define 12 different deeds. You can call as a 12 different major deeds. During Buddha's time in the southern world, he bring the benefit to sentient being with infinite deeds. There's no doubt about that. As long as it's Buddha, Buddha's deeds are infinite. But then from there, the deed that which suits perfectly to we kind of southern world people, that is the 12 deeds. So each of the Buddha's deeds, which is very much like carefully chosen, like how we choose auspicious dates, like that, so carefully chosen, and each of those days and those months and those time regarded blessed month, blessed because of the omniscient one choosing it, blessed because the omniscient one perform virtue. You see, because of the virtue, it create it is existent, the atmosphere, the time, atmosphere and the time all become auspicious, all become meritorious. You see, blessed because of a chosen time by omniscient one, then that particular time, how much it repeats, it is blessed because of Buddha intended. You see, Buddha intended. Like Buddha made prayers. You see, so the power of the blessing 100 million times. And if we perform any virtue, it multiplies 100 million times comparing to the other time. So powerful, so amazing, isn't it? So now, 5 major Buddha's holiday, one virtue 500 million times. Maybe you have read one of Kyabje Lama Sopa Rinpoche's explanation on the benefit of Saka Dawa. There's also asserting 3 major holidays within Saka Dawa, which is not added. The eradicating the demons and conception. So without adding these 2, then there are 3 major deeds. Rinpoche have mentioned not only 1 million multiplication of merit, there will be 300 million merit multiplies because of the 3 holidays. So now if you give the same logic, 5 now. 5. I think last year, I think during Saka Dawa, I think Shatong Chen also did the money retreat, isn't it? I think I said 4 or 3. Karma didn't ripen to bring up all the 5. and this time karma ripened. Sometimes works like that. So whether someone stay or not, those who have conducted money retreat last year also accumulated the same amount of the merit, 500 million times. Okay, but now one thing extra benefit is every single time when you do the recitation, you can rejoice. You have a larger amount of merit to rejoice now. You see. So again, when we learn about the benefit of rejoicing, then when you rejoice to your own merit, it multiplies double. Unbelievable. You see, so now you rejoice 300 millions, 500 millions married by rejoicing 10 million, 100 million, isn't it? 100 million. Okay, so excuse me, I don't know about numbers, so so you can calculate. So anyway, so you see, so like that. Unbelievable. How fortunate, isn't it? How fortunate. I jokingly, or it can take it serious also, but jokingly I used to say, especially for the busy people who have a lot of excuses, say, I want all the happiness of the world. I want all the happiness. And some even would say, I not only the happiness of the world, but I want the everlasting happiness of enlightenment too, but no time to practice Dharma. No time to practice virtue. Then also complain that why I have so many problems, so many ups and downs, to do with business, to do with relationship, to do with health, this and that, why, Yeah, the answer is because of your karma. Problems are the result of negative karma of the past, isn't it? But no time to purify. Yeah, you complain, but you no time to purify. See? But understand, yes, people are truly busy. Even one individual, ordinary person like me also, I look at my days are quite busy. And this monk, can be so busy. Of course, the lay people surely can be so busy. You need to work. You need to earn livelihood. You need to take care of children and brothers, sisters, parents, this and that. Wow, there's so many responsibilities. Totally understandable. Even monk can be so busy. Why not? Sure, you can be so busy. Understandable. Yes. Okay. So now, making sure never to miss these holy days to practice, especially Saka Dawa. Within a short period of time, you can accumulate huge amount of merit, which you cannot accumulate even you practice all throughout the day, 24 hours. Is it? So you can be quite smart, you can be quite smart. This is quite smart. Is it? But this is quite simple to be smart, but people don't be smart also this way. Also, people is still, Saka Dawa is super busy with other things also, until that you have little time to practice also. You see. So therefore, for the busy people, since we do not wish any problem, since we want all the happiness, and that is absolutely dependent on purification of the past karma and accumulation of merits, so therefore, these holy days like Saka Dawa is like you win lottery. You win how many millions lottery? Because we're going to rejoice every after that you recite even one mala, you're going to rejoice, isn't it? You're going to feel, wow, good, I did well. So double, isn't it? So that means 10, 100 millions. One mala, maybe less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute. One mala, Om Mani, I think half a minute maybe. Is it? So half a minute. Okay, then after that you can give maybe a few seconds or to rejoice. And let's say give 1 minute, 1 full minute. Be generous. 1 full minute. Just in 1 full minute. Unbelievable! Wow! How many hundreds of millions, maybe billions, of merit that you're going to accumulate. And the accumulation of merit itself play the antidote to purify the karma. So some more, two work with one job. One job, you fulfill the two big benefits: purification of karma, accumulation of merit. You see, so and especially this is utilizing the full opportunity of these blessed holidays, especially for lazy people like me. Lazy people. Lazy in doing Dharma practices, lazy in accumulation of merit, lazy in doing purification practices. These holidays are the best time. Best time. Is it because in such a short time that you can accumulate such a huge amount of merit, such a short time that you can effectively purify infinite negativities of the past. You see, so unbelievable. See, so. So like that. Yeah. So now, yeah. So therefore, seriously, you see, when you think of the benefit, and when you think of what you really deeply want, what we really deeply want is everlasting happiness, which is enlightenment. What we really want, we do not wish to experience samsara. Whether we know how to express it or not, this is exactly what we want. So since this is what we want, then really, of course, we should dedicate entire our life into Dharma practice, but at least, during this special blessed holy months, to actualize practices. And among all the Dharma practices, whether it's in relation to Sutra or whether it's in relation to Tantra, the Cheresic practice, Om Mani Padme Hum practice, is a universal. It has the element of Sutra, it has the element of Tantra. You see, the compassion as an element of common path, which is Sutra, is Sutra and Tantra, is a basis of all the practices. Then the mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, the energy of the mantra itself is a tantric practice. It has a tantric practice, you see. So now, Tantra also not just action Tantra, but it has the element of all the four tantric schools. You see, Cheresi has all the four tantric schools. And an example like common Cheresic, action Tantra. Like Cheresic Yawajatso is like High Sukhi Tantra, like that, So the different Cheresic manifestation. Then Hayagirva is a manifestation of Cheresi, one of the embodiment of Cheresi, High Sukhi Tantric deity. You see, so it has all the four tantric school. What was it? The element of all the four tantric, all the stages of the tantric practice. Then, you see, for the common path, not just the ordinary common path. This is the altruistic, the common path. You see, so that makes the Compassionate Buddha's practice one of the greatest. Greatest in the sense that it really reached from the object side. It really reached every single noble sentient being. From the subject side, when you express great compassion, every single your fundamental capability is expressed, altruistic capability expressed. So when you express common renunciation, wisdom of selflessness, wisdom of emptiness, wisdom of impermanence, you won't express entirety of your potential. Your altruistic potential, your Buddha nature is not completely fully expressed. But when you express great compassion, you really tease the entire absolute potential of yours. You see, so that again can understand that you're able to express the greatest, attitude, you see, like this, which is the altruistic attitude. So now the mantra is so powerful that even without understanding the meaning Om Mani Padme Hum, you purify your three doors. Even without understanding the meaning, you purify the three doors. You establish the seeds of both wisdom and method. And not only that, you establish the seed unified, not single, not solitary. You actualize the imprint with the unified way. You see. So now the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, Om, there's a true symbolism. The symbolism in relation to the basis of the practitioner, then that symbolizes our ordinary body, speech, and mind. By reciting that, by reciting Om, 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 it purifies, it acts as an antidote to purify the negativities that accumulated through our body, speech, and mind. And it will create the causes and conditions to actualize the resultant purified Buddha's body, speech, and mind, which is also represented by syllable Om. So syllable Om has three letters, A, O, Ma. So A, O, Ma represent body, speech, and mind. The causal body, speech, and mind, A, O, Ma, Om. So basis, the causal stage of the practitioner, which is our own body, speech, and mind. By practicing that mantra, Om, 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 through the purification of the impure, contaminated our basis of bodies, our body, the contaminated aggregates of body, speech, and mind will bring about the purified Buddha's holy body, speech, and mind. Silpa Om. So then, Mani, Om Mani Padme Hum, the money. Money is referring to jewel. So money, the actual meaning of money is referring to great compassion or bodhicitta. The jewel is referring to altruistic jewel, the greatest wish fulfilling jewel, which is the bodhicitta. So money is referring to our altruistic heart. So by reciting money, 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 it purifies self-cherishing attitude, which is one of the most powerful root cause of all our problems. Why we are still carrying these samsaric aggregates, even Shakyamuni Buddha came to help us, he came into actual, physical form 2,600 years ago. We must be playing video game maybe by then. I don't know. we might be hanging around the beach, or we might be maybe frogs or the snakes or the elephants or maybe something else, or I don't know, whatever it is, or maybe climbing Mount Everest. Maybe I don't know. I have no idea. By then, that time, whether Mount Everest is still the people climbing Mount Everest or not. Maybe we may be the fly, maybe flying over the Mount Everest. Who knows? But Buddha came. We are unable to be the first disciple. Look at those 5 disciples. They become arhat. They are enlightened by now. Why we are not? And that proves that we were distracted somewhere else. You see? So now, okay, now I lost the point where I am. You see, so my distraction become the greatest obstacle for my path. So anyway, what I'm saying, okay, yes, okay. Anyway, money. mm, mm, yes. So, yeah. Okay, then I move on. To know what I'm saying. So padme. So the money is the bodhicitta. So now padme. Padme is literally meaning lotus. So you see, lotus born from mud, but unstained by mud, isn't it? And one of the purest flower. Even you throw mud on other flowers, maybe it may stick, but if you throw mud on the lotus, it won't stick. You see? I haven't done the experiment, but I understand like that. So I hope I hope I say the right thing. But the meaning is emptiness. You see, meaning is emptiness. Whatever existing, including the samsaric aggregates, the enlightened aggregates, samsara, liberation, suffering, happiness, pure, impure, everything, in our existence, in our perception, exists. Our perception is like a mud, like a filthy mud. You see, and that actualize the existence, but actual reality of that existence is like the lotus, even though it born from our impure view, hallucination, but actual absolute power or the nature of those existence lies in the lack of inherent existence, lies in the nature of emptiness. Make sense? You see? We understand everything is imputation of the mind, isn't it? Everything arises from our mind. Everything arises from our karma. All is true. You see, even though everything is arise from our karma, everything is a projection of our mind, but actual reality of all those existence lies in the lack of inherent existence. Therefore, absolute nature of those existence lies in the most purest existence, like the lotus. Purest existence. There's no stain in its nature. No stain in its nature. No stain of true existence, no stain of inherent existence, no stain of independent existence, no stain of hallucinational innate existence within the existence of even in samsaric things like our own identity, our aggregates and whatever we actualize, through our mind or through our karma. You see, so now when we recite padme, 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 since this mantra is the blessed energy of the compassionate Buddha, even though the the literal word meaning, word to word meaning is let's say lotus, but actual blessing that we receive is purification of one of the worst, the root cause of entire our problem, self-grasping, ignorant. Earlier, money is a direct antidote to self-cherishing attitude. Padme is a direct antidote to self-grasping ignorant. How powerful it is. I mean, entire Buddha Dharma is for this purpose, to eradicate these two, self-grasping and self-cherishing attitude, and develop bodhicitta and emptiness. You see. Now, syllable hum is a unification of these two paths. Okay, so as a trainee like ourselves, if you interpret the meaning why whom is there, that teaches us to always practice in union of method and wisdom. You cannot, only one, not like that. You see, like in order like bird to fly, you need the two wing. You see, so you need to carry the both wing of wisdom and method. In another understanding, why whom is there? Not just practicing the common path of bodhicitta and emptiness is sufficient to actualize full enlightenment or the cherished good. You also need to practice the tantric path. What is the tantric path? Entire tantric practices sum into two practice: generation and completion practice. The unification of practice of generation and completion practice will bring about the absolute enlightenment. So in other words, what makes Tantra so powerful, or why you regard Tantra is the superest path to enlightenment? What's the big deal with the Tantra? So the real big deal of the Tantra is from the generation and completion stage practice. And in order to become Buddha, the practitioner had to accomplish the unified practice of generation and completion practice. Then only can able to become Buddha. Otherwise, even how perfected emptiness that you have, or perfected bodhicitta that you have, without the unified practice of the high Sukha Tantric generation and completion stage of the path, the trainee cannot, actualize the full enlightenment. So, if we want to understand from the point of view of what to practice, then basically, that, and also can be interpreted that maybe no need that. Okay, so you see, so now Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Then the not only to benefit so much, so greatly to your liberation or your enlightenment, but it is also one of the most powerful, dedicated, motivated, dedicated benefit to the entire six realm beings, just simply with the recitation of this six-syllable mantra. So now syllable Om specifically play an antidote to purify the suffering of God realm. You say, Om le was said to Hanamji, Majal. So syllable Om directly act as an antidote to purify ego-centered mind. And that helps anyone who have not born into the God realm to purify its causes to be born there. And those who are already born in the God realm, to purify it, that samsaric God realm existence and liberate in the state of Chenrezig. Then syllable Ma, Mai Wegil, Hamayin Namki. So syllable Ma purify the delusion of jealousy, which is the main cause to actualize the rebirth in the demigod realm. So by reciting this, you bring the benefit to all the rest of the sentient beings who are not born there yet, and who to purify committing the causes, which is the the delusion of which is the the karma coming through jealousy. Then those who are already born there, who experience the suffering of demigod, of expressing so much jealousy between the god and demigod, always fight. You bring the benefit to purify that. Then syllable ni, om man ni, syllable ni directly play antidote to purify attachment. The attachment is the main cause to be reborn as a human being. Main cause within the sixth realm for human being. Then it helps to purify. It helps to protect those who are not born in the human realm, to purify the main cause of attachment and liberate them in the state of cherishhood. Those who are already born in the human realm, then by reciting syllable ni, it acts as an antidote to purify the human's specific suffering, suffering of birth by force of karma and delusion, and suffering of aging, sickness, and suffering of death. Then syllable pe, om mani padme hum pe. Syllable pe, help to purify committing causes to be born in hungry ghost realm, which is the karma that commit through miserliness, stealing, miserliness, stinginess. So purify that. Then also act as an antidote to liberate, hungry ghost beings to the state of compassionate Buddha Chenrezig realm. Then may. Sorry. I make mistake. Syllable pe is to purify the animal realms. To animal realms. So the karma of through ignorant the karma of abuse, whatever action that cause suffering by abusive attitude will specifically create a karma to be born as animal. So when you recite pe, that help to purify and protect those beings committing such karma. Then liberate the animals from it is a specific suffering of mute, suffering of death, suffering of being a food chain, suffering of eating each other, from bigger animal to smaller animal, like that, So then syllable may is the one that purifies the delusion that causes the karma to be born in the preta realm, which is the miserliness, stinginess, miserliness, and liberate the hungry ghost beings from the suffering of hunger and thirst, and then liberate them in the state of cherishhood. Then syllable hung purifies the karma that commit through the delusion of aversion, anger, through the delusion of anger. Then protect being born in the hell realm, and by chanting that, directly act as antidote to liberate hell beings and abide them in the state of full enlightenment. So that much benefit. You see. So one may ask question, then so many Buddhas have already come before us, and why unable to do exactly, what the benefit have explained? And I have answered that before. The sentient beings, karma, Buddha's blessing, Buddha's compassion is, there's no discrimination. It prevails in every single sentient being. But we need to have the interdependent, conducive condition, interdependent condition to receive the benefit. So therefore, it's a mutual effort. Buddha's capability to provide a skillful, skillful, what do you call the, bring the, offer the benefit with the skillful means, understanding different mental disposition of the being. Due to that, Buddha has all the capabilities, but we sentient being have to create the causes, and that doesn't, bring limitation in Buddha's power. So, so therefore, ourselves, each and every one of us, has our own, specific past karmic infinited sentient beings, which you don't have with the, with other Buddhas. So even why many Buddha, one Buddha manifests into so many different deities form, so many different, like 35 Buddha. Why 35 Buddha? Why 21 Tara? Why 1,000, fortunate Buddha? All are, actualized very much, dependent on the aspiration that established with sentient being when they were training. So, of course, we, even though we dedicate our merit to all the sentient being, but then there's also a conventional responsibility that we play to your family members and to those comes in your way, or to those come and ask your help. You see, so from there, then whenever you conduct practices that establish specific, concentrated aspirational connection to those beings, so through that, by the time when we become Buddha, when we come to benefit, and whatever close aspiration that we made before, they receive the quickest benefit. So this is how it works. So by reciting Om Mani Padme Hum, without any doubt, we are offering benefit to the entire sixth realm of numberless sentient beings, accordingly, providing, relief, providing cure, providing, conditional virtuous help, including the sentient being that who is trapped in the Vajra hell, the lowest hell, has a time to be liberated from that. There is a time that entire samsara will be empty. There is a time that no more suffering sentient being. So that is the fact. There is a time that entire Buddha nature within every single sentient being will be awakened, fully awakened. You see, and not everyone are fortunate like us. Especially those of animals, and especially like those predators and hell beings. So even someone in the lowest hell realm, in the Vajra hell, when you think of them and when you dedicate your practice, you contribute a conditional substance, conditional cause, and that conditional cause can play one of the most powerful role for them to liberate from there. because every single sentient being, including those who are in the Vajra hell, has the potential, Buddha potential that we all agree, isn't it? That we all understand. Even the hell being has a Buddha potential. The one thing that they are lacking to be free from there, they were there because of they committed negative karma, but they have opportunity to get out from there. But for that, in their own hand, they have no they have no capability, because they are completely enveloped with the delusion and with suffering. There's not even one single moment to remember or arise, virtuous thoughts, which will able to act as a condition to like kind of trigger their Buddha nature and take a new rebirth. You see, so who should play that role? Like us, those fortunate one. So we need to dedicate whatever merit we accumulate, we dedicate for them. Then it will trigger, like how the Shakyamuni Buddha's one of the rebirth, the first what's it? Not the first one. The reincarnation of the Shakyamuni Buddha before he actualized his realm in the Tushita God realm. He was in the hell realm. So he was one of the carriage carrier in the hell realm. You see, so through the prayers of the other Buddhas, who had a karmic affinity with that reincarnation of Shakyamuni Buddha in the hell realm, trigger him to generate immeasurable compassion to his companion, who is far more greater suffering while dragging the carriage, who was beaten up by the hell god. And he generated the immeasurable compassion, say that please don't beat him up. I will carry his burden and liberate him. And the hell god was so angry that beat with the iron kind of hammer or whatever. Then that hell god, the reincarnation of Shakyamuni Buddha, passed away. Then he born into the Tushita realm. You see. So then from there, then virtuous rebirth after virtuous rebirth. You see. So similar way that we can play that role to anyone, especially those karmic affinited, our parents in this life, parents of this life. On the Mother's Day, I talked so much about mother. Remember, I don't know how many of you there. I talk about how to repay the kindness of the mother. So one of the best on that session, I also recommend to commit 1 million Om Mani Padme Hum mantra for your mother. 1 million. 1 million is not a big. 1 million is not a big thing. Not some. I have a few example. Busy ordinary mother whose mother passed away and asked me what to do, and say you commit 1 million Om Mani Padme Hum for your mother, and she completed within 49 days. So from there you can see. Of course, we don't have that much time. I don't know how she did it. She must have done sleeplessly. I don't know, but as long as we can just in the name of our mother, then there's no kind of like time frame, and you can conduct as an open retreat. You can just as I mentioned before, just simply reciting, even you don't carry any thoughts, it is so exceptional, what do you call, incompatible with any of the other mantras, when it comes to Cheres's mantra. You see, the moment even you carry negative intention and you recite Om Mani Padme Hum, is still so powerful virtue. So no question about if you recite with a good intention, because of the compassion. You see, like other mantras, some because of being wealth deity, deity for wisdom, or deity for love, deity for activity. There's a danger of mixing with bit of self-cherishing, mixing of delusion. But when it comes to cherishing, pure compassion, pure, not just pure great compassion. You see, when you express anything in any way from your body, speech, and mind in relation to compassion, all is absolute pure virtue. There's no way it can go wrong. You see, so therefore, unlikely than other deity yoga practice for cherishing Om Mani Padme Hum, while watching TV, your mouth is free. And so, you can watch whole day. You can watch entire movie series, one after another, stay put, until the seat become hollow, also no problem. But your mouth completely filled with Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. You can enjoy, until you become multitasking, Eventually you will become multitasking. You can also understand the movie. You can also recite the mantra so perfectly. It takes some training for some time to be multitasking, because the moment you focus on the story, you forget the chanting, you become zombie. Full stop. For the beginner, if you have not tried like that before, it takes some time, but worth trying it. Worth trying it. So when you practice Om Mani Padme Hum, no one saying, you give up that, you should go into retreat. No need. For Om Mani Padme Hum, if you can, well done. But if you cannot, while you're doing garden, Om Mani Padme Hum, you fill with Om Mani Padme Hum, Then some people may say, how to count? Don't worry about carrying mala. You count by hour, you count by minute, If you're doing 1 hour gardening, and that 1 hour, you can check 1 minute how much you can recite. So based on the time, you can calculate how much you recite. Of course, at the end of the 1 million, maybe you should recite extra, maybe 100,000 times. 100,000 as extra in case that your number is up and down. So 1,100,000 like that. You see. So yeah. Then while cooking, you spend so much time cooking, while cooking, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. So you bless all the foods. Unbelievable, Of course, this COVID situation, you have to be careful. Otherwise, you can speed onto the food, be so blessed. Sorry, I shouldn't be introducing that way. You can blow, no, don't speed. That's bad advice. But if you really do proper practice, if you really recite so much, like how we bless the blessed water and we benefit the fishes, that's the true. Sometimes really some very powerful lama, they will speed, it's unbelievable nectar, But anyway, it's a COVID situation, so don't speed, okay? So you can lightly blow, but otherwise not even need to blow, okay? As long as you see your system, your energy, completely, it's not a tangible thing. It's about energy. So you see, so Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, you can cook with the recitation of Om Mani Padme Hum. You see, you drive, okay, but have to be careful. If you are not good driver, then have to be careful. That also needs some training. I have tried, and sometimes you have to be careful, because if you go too deep on meditation side, then suddenly you start to forget about your driving, So you have to be careful. But usually, just main focus on the road, driving, then give about 10% of your awareness of recitation. Just remember to Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. So after 1 or 2 times, then you will get used to it, you see. So, so basically, anywhere, you can lie down, you can recite, you can jump on the bed, you can recite, or you can basically anything. There's no restriction at all. That's what I wanted to say. As long as just recite Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay, so So that way, even 1 million times, I think it's not difficult. You see, I'm just suggesting. So now here, not only you dedicate for your one lifetime's mother, you're dedicating for rest of the mother sentient beings. Unbelievable, you see, unbelievable. Start with your present mother, then rest of the mother sentient being. How meaningful it is, you see. Yeah, so there may be so many different type of practices, daily yoga practice, sutra recitation, or Dharma learning, this and that. But one practice that we cannot miss out is the Om Mani Padme Hum, the Genesis practice. See, so like that. Oh. Yeah. So at least I think during the Saka Dawa, if full month, if full month, good. If not, at least for 15 days, until 15 days. If you ask me, if anyone asks me, how should I commit? You can commit 1 million, but then at least for this 15 days, every day at least 10 malas. 10 malas or 1,000 or Om Mani Padme Hum. This is so little. 1,000. Okay, 1,000. You can commit like that. But then of course, even few rounds is fine. Few. But for a retreat, in order to conduct as a retreat, then they should be one minimum number that which never to interrupt even 1 day. You see, so you can commit like maybe three Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. We already did it. So every day, how busy you may be, how difficult situation you may be going through, at least 3 times Om Mani Padme Hum surely can afford to do that, isn't it? So then when you are free, you can recite more. So that way, if you keep continue like that, even if it takes 50 years, never mind. At the end of the day, you can still qualify to be completed the retreat. Not just recitation, but recitation in the form of retreat, because retreat has a very significant, very special significance of this particular name called retreat. Retreat there's an element of commitment is there. There's an element of specific dedication is there. There's an element of specific decision. Motivation is there. You see, so because of that, so the motivation is the altruistic motivation. So today, actually, I supposed to talk about motivation. So I think my talk is something like that. So motivation is simple. For the benefit of numberless sentient beings, from temporary happiness up to the ultimate happiness of enlightenment, that I'm going to engage into a money retreat. Then every single existence of mind, every single actions of my mind, body's vision mind, be the cause for that. Be the cause for that. So that's it. Then after that, then you can insert all your specific dedication that you wish to dedicate. You wish to motivate. Then at the end, you can dedicate the similar way. Anyway, I think I will be coming back to you when we come nearer to the end. Okay, so we will talk then. Yeah, so something like that. So I rejoice. I will also try my very best to discipline myself, and I deeply rejoice to each and every one of you. It is really, I think, we can just regard that this is the most meaningful thing that, we have the opportunity in this precious human rebirth, then no regret, like that. And also, as I mentioned before, even though what we are facing, this pandemic, etc., compared to the pervasive suffering of samsara is nothing, but still, we as a human being, there's a special karma to this human society. So there are so many people who are suffering from COVID. So we also dedicate, this money retreat for this COVID situation to, overcome like that. And also you can dedicate for, your spiritual gurus' long life, like Dalai Lama, Captain Lama Supremache, all your other spiritual gurus, and all the good people who are a cause of happiness, peace and happiness of the world, for their good health, long life, fulfillment of their holy wishes. You can also dedicate, you can see how important the Buddha Dharma is. You can see how important the preservation of even the meaning, the understanding, the sutras, the Dharma in relation to compassionate Buddha Chen. Now, the main preserver of the Dharma is a Sangha community, like the monks and nuns, in particularly the observation of the pure vow, monastery vows. So you can also dedicate for the monastery, nunneries, and all the Dharma organizations, including Chatong Chendong Center, to overcome all the inner outer secret obstacles and actualize all the conducive conditions to perfectly, preserve the Buddha Dharma, in extensive learning and actualizations on the realization on the stages of the path, like that. Yeah. So, and also in the world, there are even so much suffering from pandemic is going on, but still, some world leaders, some countries, they talk about war and they talk about fighting. It's so sad. So sad. So therefore, not only that, you can also hear there's so much abuse, in the families, especially during the lockdown, when people have stayed together, there are a lot of abuse to the weaker one. And all these are play of delusion. So therefore, then not only that, like ourselves, because of the COVID, we also need to stay in lockdown, and sometimes, danger of getting into depression, getting into wrong thinkings, suffering, delusions, etc. So therefore, we also dedicate this practice, this retreat, for all the world leaders, the leaders of the organizations, leaders of the family, and yourself who lead your life to be free from delusions, free from hallucinations, free from, wrong thinkings like depression, self-harming, harming others, and filled with wisdom of selfless and attitude of full of love, compassion, respect, forgiveness, etc. So that even in the family, you will be the source of happiness of the rest of the family because of you offer respect to each and every one of them. You are so compassionate. You are so helpful for them, and you are so cheerful with positive attitude, isn't it? When anyone in the family is suffering with sickness or going something not right, and they're suffering, you can play the role to help them. You see, if your heart is filled with virtues, isn't it? We can do that. Then yourself, if your heart is filled with genuine love and compassion, so you can care yourself you can care correctly to yourself with compassionately. You can care compassionately, lovingly. So when you really care yourself compassionately, lovingly, you will never hurt yourself. You will not let yourself to arise delusion. You will not self-harm because you have compassion to yourself, isn't it? Why we harm ourselves? Because we have no compassion to ourselves. Even though we say, I do not want suffering, I love myself, but you are not really love yourself. If you really love yourself, you only want happiness in you. You really love yourself, you will never let you suffer. And what makes us suffer? Delusion makes us suffer. Hallucination makes us suffer. Self-grasping, self-cherishing, anger, all this make us suffer. So if you really love yourself, you will protect yourself from arising these thoughts. This is so important. So we can dedicate this retreat for each and every one of people to fill with full of love, and full of wisdom, like that. Okay. Yeah. So something like that. So I will stop here. Unless you have any question, otherwise we can stop here. I think I took extra time from you. I think it's supposed to be 1 hour, but I think it's more than 1 hour, isn't it?
No, we're very happy for a long time, Geshe. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone has any questions. You can unmute if you have a question you'd like to ask. Anybody? Gavin.
Hi, Geshe
Yes.
Tenzin. Just want to clarify back to your question on
Someone
doing
saying something?
Yeah.
Geshe's
Oh,
connection is not
Gavin
very
lah.
good.
Kasi dali.
Hi, Geshe. I just want to clarify. When Geshe mentioned that doing gardening and then doing cooking, you can recite Om Mani Padme Hum, because I always have the impression that when you recite mantra, we are supposed to like focus on the deity, wholeheartedly focus. So that means we can do that. Yeah.
If you can focus, well done. If you have time to do that, well done. But if you also have other responsibilities like cooking, gardening, driving, then as far as concerned with, any mantra, but in particularly Sheresi mantra, just simply saying it is already so powerful, so beneficial. So you can do that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
You can also you can see, many Tibetans, they're so used to recitation of Om Mani Padme Hum. In the party, they scold other people. Then after that, whenever their mouth free from scolding, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, better than nothing. They go around Kora. They go around Kora. Of course, Kora, circumambulation of a stupa is also so beneficial. Even though the mouth, it keeps scolding other people, similarly like that. Better than not doing Kora at all.
Mm-hmm.
So here, the recitation of mantra. Of course, if you can meditate, concentrate, wonderful. If not, then it still can.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So maybe that's it. Yeah. So thank you very much. Take care.
Okay,
All the
thank
best.
you
Happy
very much.
Saka Dawa.
Very beautiful to our retreat. So we do thank you so much. It's a wonderful start. Yeah. So thank you. Look forward to seeing you again mid-retreat. We'll check in again with you then.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Geshe.
Thank you very much. You take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone from the Meda side, all the Chinese students. They are going to Meda through Zoom. So thank you.
老师跟大家谢谢大家今天的这个参与，谢谢大家今天的参与，这个沙家月吉祥如意啊，这个跟大家打招呼。
on the Mother's Day, that I emphasize about the repaying the kindness of the mother and all mother sentient being. Recommended 1 million Om Mani Padme Hum. So you can relate what we share today also with that. Okay. In fact, I did request Meda if they can, write down what the talk that I give about mother, so that I can share. I think it would be very simple, but I thought it would be beneficial, for us to relate that way to our mother. So once Meda is ready, maybe can share. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
Geshe,
thank
we
you.
are on it. We hope to finish that in next 2
Okay.
weeks.
Thank you.
Maybe sooner, much sooner.
Thank
We
you.
hope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay. Bye
学习兄
bye.
赶快要做完。Thank you.
Thank you. Ziche.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you. Bye bye, Venerable. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Venerable Linda.
Thank you very much, everybody. Wonderful. And we'll keep in touch. A beautiful start to our retreat. Yeah. No doubt about that. And so tomorrow I'll be in touch with everyone as we go for our first day and on from there. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. good night. Take care. And good morning. See you soon. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Maida, for sharing so widely. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Happy Saka Dawa. Oh, hi. Hi. Hey, hello.